Rob. You saw me do that with my rope. That is why.
So at least it would have combated the split. Does that make sense?
You're right, Rob. So, Rob, say hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing?
Everybody's doing pretty good. They've been talking about it lately, how they've been feeling incredible, Rob.
That's a good thing to do.
It is. And friends, we're over at the graveyard. Now, this is the Cedar Graveyard. It's actually, in my opinion, well, I think it's the nicest graveyard around.
It's beautiful. And it's not just because we work here.
Yeah, it's the truth. I mean, I live down the street. You can almost throw a rock to my house.
Well, friends, I've done a few videos on the channel. How are you, by the way? Truthfully, how are you doing? How's everybody doing? Feeling okay? Everybody, you know, are you doing all right? The spring is here in most parts. Australia, my friends in Australia, how are you doing? The UK, it's good to see everybody. I'm glad you're still here with me. It's been a long time. We've been doing this a long time, friends. It's wonderful. I'm very proud of this channel. I'm proud of this community and proud of the patterns we've developed here. It's good. Tree pruning, friends. Crown reduction, crown thinning. They're two separate things. Pollarding, topping, reduction, pruning, all of this. I happen to know how to do it. I learned from a master tree guy. I learned, friends. And it takes time. It takes time. You have to get up into the crowns, and just because you can't reach to where's needed the actual thinning cuts, if you can't reach, then don't do it. Find someone who's qualified or with the proper tooling or equipment. I showed this tree in the graveyard. Remember, friends, the one I showed a while back? I'll see if I can find a picture of it. It's sad. It was a green ash tree, and there was two. One got removed, which I agreed with because it was lifting the ground up and it was over tombstones. And we're going to take a little break right now from the Nova Scotia job. We're just going to switch gears here. I was at the graveyard cutting hazard trees yesterday.
See, take a close look at this now. Alders are really, really deceiving, friends. All this is a dead piece of wood stand. What's that? Oh.
Anyway, I'm showing this tree and I'm using it as an example of what not to do. Please stop doing this to your trees. Well, friends, this is the best I can do for you. This is before foliage. See all this here? Check it out now in the next video, in the video you're in now. But look what happened to this tree. This is at the grave. This is the tree. This is the green ash. Look at this. This is the ones I'm showing you here. These ones have it. This is horrible. It's horrible. They actually removed the crowns that were up here to protect these ones from snow load and breaking. I believe these will snap now. This is really, really bad, friends. Tree services, get it right. You just because you work for a tree service and you're new in the bucket and you're out on a job and you're feeling excited and proud about your new position because now you're allowed to cut trees, a tree cutter, stop doing those cuts that you're not sure of. Stop looking around over your shoulder and go, is anybody looking? Snap. Stop doing that. Listen to your gut. Call your boss. Say, I'm unfamiliar with this. I don't want to wreck this person's tree or have some guy on the internet see it and come on and do a video like I'm doing right now. This is horrible pruning techniques. It's horrible. And I had a shot at this tree and I missed it. And that's on me. So I'm going to do my best to take the opportunities to get to these trees now, because the money's too more important than the trees. The trees are the ones that suffer, not the guy who cut it or not the business that got the tree work. And this is not a kick at any tree services. It's not a kick at this. This is strictly information. And it happens on the steady. I've seen it happen in all over our town with oak trees, big, majestic, beautiful oak trees that really no one knows how to prune around here. They don't. They say they do, and then they prune it, and you go, oh my, what happened there? They just don't know. They don't. They will. They will in a few more years, but don't cut the tree if you don't know, because this is what happens.
And my relatives are in here. Friends are in here. But Rob, how long has this part been here?
Since 2000.
Since 2000, so quite a while.
Yes. Yeah.
So Rob calls me on trees, and we're talking, you know, they like all trees, friends. Only if they're dead is a reason to cut. Look at this guy. Must have been a faller with a Dutchman in it. Look at that, Brown. Look at that. In loving memory, John Brown. Look at that, 1942. He's got a freaking stump with a Dutchman in it. Isn't that interesting? I wonder if that was the last... No, I was going to say it might be the last tree he ever cut. He's got a couple Dutchmans in there. Anyway, this is beautiful in here, Rob. So, friends, do you remember when I came in and beat up this tree? I actually kicked myself for it because, Rob, you did give me a shot at this tree.
I did.
You gave me a shot, and I forget where I was. I might even have been... I don't know. But he gave me a shot at it, so I can't knock him for doing this. And it's just, friends, this is what happens to trees. It shouldn't happen, but it does, friends. You know, and it's not a... The thing that suffers is the tree. That's all. The only thing that suffers is the tree. And yeah, you can already see it. Oh, actually, that's interesting. So we're about to look at a tree that got pollarded, which really... It was pretty drastic, friends. It was pretty drastic. You'll remember. So here it is here. And what we're going to notice, this will be interesting to look at, Rob. Rob's calling that a green ash. So the problem with this tree, there was two, friends. Look at that, suckering out already. Look at that, friends. So this one was bad. I remember it. There might even be footage. It was leaning hard. There was something was up. It was lifting the ground, and they got beautiful stones. But I had mentioned you should keep this one. It just needs to be, it needs to be doctored up. Oh, this isn't good. This is, so Rob, come with me and look at something. You're better to look at my phone. Here, let me back off here. So I'm gonna zoom in, friends, to right there, okay? So let's go closer. See that right there? Those were the wounds. And Rob, you're looking at my phone, I reckon, eh? Mm-hmm. That foliage is coming from behind, friends, not from the limb. Look, as I move to the right, you'll see space in behind there. There's no lion tailing even. This is how hard this tree got hit. But as we pan over to here, you've got the suckers going like mad right in the crown, which will be coming off probably that leader, that main leader. So regardless, I'm not going to kick a dead horse in the chops here, but look at the foliage that needed to be pruned and didn't get it. It's this. This all should have been pruned properly with proper pruning techniques. The nice thing is it ain't dead, but it's going to take a few years, and then we're going to have to come in again, and I'll do it for you next time, Rob. I'll guarantee I will. And he didn't know no difference, but he should have actually called his boss is what he should have done and said, hey, I don't want to screw this tree up, right? That's the protocol. So if you're a young guy in a tree service and you get sent out on a job, excuse me, and you're concerned and you're in the bucket or whatever, you're concerned about screwing up the landowner's tree, stop. Just freaking stop, because you'll look back at this tree and you'll go, dang, you know, in a couple of years when you learn more and learn how to prune, because it's a beautiful tree, Rob. So it's not the end of the world, friends, but it's still, look what happens now. This here should be.
That's why we kept it, because it was a nice tree.
Oh, it's beautiful.
My fear is having so much weight up top now that I'm causing more of the problem.
Well, you're going to get it. You are going to get it. And actually the unfortunate part is they took the crown out of it. So now all the weight is going to go here, Rob, to these existing limbs, and they're going to get heavy, and they might even break in snow. They might even break in snow. So I would be out there thinning that in that vehicle that you had come one time. So it's not the end of the world, but as you can see, friends, they didn't even prune this. They just didn't know what to do. And you know what? We all start somewhere. I'm not smashing the guy. I'm not. But here's the tree. You see? Here it is. Look at here, friends. I've shown you this tree, but we're back a couple months later and it's in full. Look at that. That's bad. That's really bad. And looky here. See this? All that? Pruned in October. That's right. Dead dormancy. And friends, I hate to say it, there's 2 leaders. I just showed them to you from the other side of the tree, right in there, that aren't looking good. And they did it not a good service. I hate to say it. It's not good. So, but it's not dead. It's not dead. So, but you can see what the problem is. Look at it. It's leaning now. It's all heavy. But look at, Rob, look at the remaining foliage that they didn't prune.
Got a couple strong arms.
It's got a couple big, strong arms, and the rest you can see is just that goobly goop that they did. So we'll get it straight. We'll get it straight. Good.
You know, if the guy that pruned that tree sees this video and he's got his hair up, yeah, get over it. You know, you'll move on and learn from this. This guy on the internet scorning you for improper pruning techniques. I did it too. In the beginning, I wasn't trained anything until I got hooked up with the right tree guy. I was fortunate enough to work with a man called Bobby Clark, Koala Tree Service. I always shout Bobby out, and because he actually taught me proper pruning techniques. He did. Bobby was good. He was slow and meticulous, and he loved trees. He still does. Bobby taught me. He taught me proper pruning, and I don't particularly like doing these style of videos, but I feel it. I love the trees so much that I feel it's important to get this information out there, to be honest with you. So, like I say, if the feller that pruned that tree, he won't do it again. I'll guarantee you he'll probably get a hold of his game pretty quickly, I would hope. Because that's bad. And I'm not saying that the tree owner, well, actually, it should be brought into the young fella's attention who cut that tree, to be honest with you. It should be brought into his attention that he screwed up terribly, which doesn't fall on him. It doesn't. It falls on the owner of the tree service, to be honest with you. It does, because I'll bet you that the owner went in, dropped them off at the bucket truck and said, go cut that and cut that and cut that. I've been there, friends. The tree suffers. Anyway, I was in that graveyard yesterday cutting snags down, alder snags, bad ones. And that'll be coming up soon. But I told you I'd do another video on this tree, and we did, just now. Love yous, over and out. Work hard, be honest, and be kind. And do it for a long time. A real long time. Do it for years and years and years, so that people say, that guy's still doing that. I guess that must be who he is.